Namaste. Welcome to Pinwheel Robotics, building robots for you. Today, we are going to introduce you course on printed circuit board designing level 1. In this, we are going to understand about the importance of PCB versus breadboard, how PCBs are manufactured, and various tools used for designing PCB. Here, our focus mainly will be on Eagle tool, how we use it. And there is lot more to understand about the PCBs in next levels. So these PCBs are very important in domestic and industrial applications. It gives mechanical as well as electrical support to the electronic components in this circuit using pathways, tracks, signals, copper sheets, and many more. We can design PCBs single layer, double layer, multi-layer, up to 129 layers thick PCB boards can be possible to design. There is a very good scope in PCB designing because today the demand for slimming down of the electronic gadgets like laptops, like tablets, mobile phones, televisions, etc. is getting increased day by day. So you can have a good future as a PCB designer. PCB versus breadboard, if we talk, then breadboard is little bit messy. They have a little bit messy wires and require large area. Also, it is very difficult to test and experiment. So commercially, we go for printed circuit boards. It is complicated, flexible, reliable, and it is also useful while changing some damaged component in it. In breadboard, we have wires, but in printed circuit boards, we have a copper tracks. How we manufacture these PCBs? The very first step for manufacturing PCB is a schematic design. So various tools are used for designing the schematic like Autodesk Eagle, LTM, ORCID pads, and many more. In our college life, we generally use Eagle because it is easy to use and it gives a free version, right? So board layout also can be designed in Eagle, and we have to follow certain parameters. A PCB designer has to follow certain parameters which are called ERC and DRC. So most of the industries use Eagle software because it is easy to use, and the good thing about Eagle is that it can run on anything, Windows, Mac, Linux, and this is a feature not too many other PCB design softwares can boast. Okay, so after that, Gerber file generation step comes in that before sending the PCB to the fabrication house, there are certain specifications which we have to follow for PCB fabrication. So these are included in Gerber file generation. And now I will show you how we can use this Eagle software. So we have a free version of Eagle available on the net. Give me time, I will show you. Autodesk Eagle download. So from here you can download this Eagle, and now this window gets open. For example, I want to create a new project, and I will go to new project. For example, my project name is Hello PCB. For example, I have created here a Hello PCB project already. I will give some other name. Hello to the world of PCB. Now, also I can edit description to this PCB. For example, my PCB is about the LED program. So I will mention here LED program. Okay. Now I want new schematic. So I will go to the schematic. You can see this is the schematic window. Here I can on the display of grid. Now I want to add the components for my circuit. So from add part, I will add the components. These are general tools which we use like move, mirror, rotate, copy, delete. So this is useful. And when you practice, you get more about it. So for example, to make a LED program, I need 9-volt battery. Also, I want to tell you one thing. These red components which you are seeing here, it is SMD components, surface mount devices. And this green, it shows DIP components, dual in package components. So what is the difference between DIP and SMD component is that in SMD components, you do not need to drill the components, drill it on the board. On the same side, you can place these components. While in SMD components, you need to drill it. It is drilled through surface mount technology. And this you can place, this SMD components you can place through SMD technology. So I will take this 9-volt battery here. Also, I can use libraries. For example, if any component is not available in the here in the default library, then I can have my own library from downloaded from the Google. For example, SparkFun library, Adafruit DIY modules. These are the examples of good libraries which you can add into your own library hub. So I will show you how to add these libraries. So you will go to in use, then you can browse your libraries, Eagle libraries. For example, Adafruit I want to add, then DIY modules, SparkFun connectors, and open. So this is the way to add the libraries. So I need a register also. For example, I have added Adafruit library, right? So I have just a minute. So from here I can add any component also. For example, I want to add a switch. So I will add here. Okay. For example, this is a 555 timer. So this way I can add from the our own library section. Now I need a register. So And I need one LED also. Now I will use net to connect my components according to the required circuit. So now before going to layout, it is very much important to assure that your schematic is correct. So for that, I will use this tool ERC, electrical rule checker. So you can see here warning is coming that part LED has no value, then part R1 has no value. Okay, so I will just make it correct. How I will do this? So from the value, I can give one key register for LED 3 mm. 3 mm, for example, it is a red color LED, red color. Okay, so now again I will check. So no error is coming. It means my schematic is correct. Now I will move to the board part. So create from schematic, yes. So you can see this is the layout window. Now this is the board, PCB board, on which all the components will get placed and we will get a PCB design, tracks and all. So there is one limitation about this board is that it is its size issue. Like for college projects or hobby projects, it is good, but for industrial purpose, I mean, if we are going for the higher projects, then this board may get maybe insufficient because it is maximum size is of 100 into 80 mm. But you can design single layer and double layer PCBs on the Eagle. For multi-layer PCBs, I mean third layer or fourth layer, anything, you have to take the license or you have to go for any other tool. This is my schematic window, this is my layout. Now I want to place all these components which are outside the board, so I have to place inside the board. So what I will do, I will use this move option and I can place. Okay, one more method is there, that also I will show you. I can group the components like this and then I can shift them. So placing the component is a very important because it may can increase your cost. There are only 3 components, but for your major project works, there may be many components inside that circuit. So one by one, I will arrange these components. Also, the alignment of these devices plays an important role for a PCB editor. I can on the grids also. I will on the grid. So now I will route this circuit. So the thickness of route is taken into consideration. From here we can change the width. So according to the current carrying capacity of that device, we choose the track. So generally for our design here we will take 30, like VCC and some device components which get heat up fast, so they require a larger track, thicker track. If you are giving this PCB designing to the 50 persons, then they have their own creation. So it is a good art. You can create this routing manually as well as auto writing also you can do auto routing. But generally we prefer manual routing. So this way track is prepared, routing is completed. So this is a top layer. You can see we are working on the top layer. Now it is bottom layer. Suppose this is a single side PCB. If I want a double layer PCB, then what we can do here, I will show you. So this is a top layer. Now I want bottom layer. So I will use via. How I will connect via? See. I will go to the bottom layer. Then automatically a via will get generated. It is. You can see here. This via is generated here. There is a shortcut method to get this via generated. How? That I will show you. For example, I'm making this track. I'm taking it upside. Now I will press space bar. So you can see this via is get generated, this via. Now again I will click and then this bottom layer get generated. So this way. This is a shortcut method to use this vias. It is very good to place all the components on one side of the layer, but if it is not getting on one side, then we go for the next slide. Also, it increases the cost if we are going from single layer to the multiple layers. So this is the way we are connecting wires. Now we can add mounting holes to our PCB. This mounting holes gives mechanical strength and support to the PCB so that you can fix your component anywhere according to your requirement. So generally we use 2.5 mm wire, which is 98.4 inch. So I will place these wires here. So you can see this PCB is ready from layout point of view. Now we can go for the Gerber part. So first of all, I will do the DRC, design rule checker, which is very important for every designer. So tools, DRC. Now you should have a clearance. Clearance means there should be a proper gap between the components and tracks. One air wire. Yes, you can see here one air wire. So I will do this correction.
Yeah.
So now I will again check. There is a air wire.
Yeah.
See. So I can give project name. Hello PCB world. So now again I will check DRC.
Yeah. Repub. Repub.
So again I will check DRC. I will give clearance. Check wires stop. I will check what is that, where it is. Okay. So you can see your wire is actually coming out. I mean from the actual hole. So
You can repub. Repub.
okay,
It will go.
repop. So I will repop it.
Yeah.
Mm. Now again I will do the DRC clearance. Check.
Yeah.
Now you see there is no error. It is error free. Now if I want to print this PCB, I want to see on the paper, and if I want to do some corrections over there, then for the CAM processor also, so this where I will do it. I will go to the print option and that. This is your PCB layout here. So if I want to see the top layer along with the wires, dimension, pads, wires and dimension, then this is our top layer. If I want bottom layer, then I will hide top layer and I will show you the bottom layer.
Do.
Now I can go for the print setup. It is good to print your PCB before giving it to the fabrication house, because what happens sometimes there we are so much involved in this software part while designing the PCB. So it is good to take it on the hardware side on the paper and then see if there is any error or is there anything if any track is coming very close to each other, or also we can check the footprint. It is very important to recheck your footprint is matching with the your desired handy hand component or not, because if it footprint is not matching, then while drilling and if you are getting the PCB you will not be able to solder it. So this way this is a very good practice to have your print with you and to check it on the paper. This is all we are learning today in our first level of PCB designing course. Hope you have enjoyed this session and you have learned about the Eagle software. Now in the next level, we will understand about the Gerber files. So,
So in the I will conclude the session, no issues. So in the next level, what we are going to learn is that like today you have seen like how we are able to design the schematic and then create a board layout. So after the board layout creation, we have also seen like how we can take the print of the board layout on a paper. Now using toner transfer method or a laser toner transfer method, we can print the PCB also at home instead of giving it for the fabrication house. And it is quite fun to learn the PCB etching process at home and do it at home with some easily available components. Uh, so in the next session, we'll see how can we do that. And also in the next session, we'll see like when we want to send this PCB design file to the fabrication house for fabricating the PCB for us, how can we do that? How can we generate the Gerber file, and we can make sure that when we send it to the fabrication house, they don't return the faulty PCB because of the bad design or something. So in the next session, we are going to learn all about that. So till then, means like what you all can do is that you can practice some complex circuits and create the PCB design from that. Create a board layout from them, because once you have a complex circuit, then you will find it very interesting to route the tracks for the PCB and try to accommodate in a single or double layer. What you can do is that you can mail us for any issue, means like for any questions on the PCB designing process, and also you can mail us for any help required for the PCB designing, and we'll be happy to help you. So